You may remember last week, Liberty made the announcement about the field hockey team making the jump to the Big East. I'm now joined by head coach Jodi Murphy. Now, Jodi, what's the process been like in getting that invitation and eventually deciding to join the Big East?
Well, it's been a long process, actually. We've probably been at it now for about a year and a half when we first kind of got word that the NORPAC was going to be dissolving, for lack of a better phrase. But yeah, so for the last year, we've been reaching out to different conferences. Actually, most of that happened last spring, and then once we got to the end of the spring and we knew that a lot of the doors were shutting or had shut, then we just kind of focused this past season on being an independent, and we're just kind of biding our time until we've had that final say from the Big East that everything was going to work out. But it's been a lot of prayer and just a lot of patience, and we've learned a lot through it.
A long process, it sounds like. Now,
Yeah.
What are some of the benefits in joining the Big East Conference?
Gosh, the Big East is one of the best conferences in the country. They house back-to-back national champion in UConn. They didn't win it this past year, but they were a Final Four team. So obviously, just to be able to compete against that team, and just the caliber of the conference as a whole is really strong. You have teams like Old Dominion, who's an in-state rival that is really exciting for us, and a lot of teams in the Northeast. And field hockey is really popular in that area. So I think it's only going to continue to advance our program to be a top 10 consistent team, but also help our recruiting a ton as well.
Yeah, you mentioned all the strong programs. What do you think will be the biggest challenge for the girls in adjusting to the Big East?
Well, we played a lot of Big East teams this year. We kind of had an idea that things were going to work out and fall into our favor with the Big East. So for me as a coach, I wanted us to have exposure playing as many of those teams as we could have. So this year we had the opportunity to play 3 of the 6 that were in the conference last year. And, we played really well against those teams. We were able to go 3-0. So I think it will help us. There's no guarantee going into next year what that's going to look like. We have a very different team from this year. But certainly, I think having just the memories that we've created from this past season going into that one will hopefully give us some confidence and drive out any nerves we might be feeling.
Yeah, you mentioned the different team losing 11 seniors, but also bringing in a pretty talented freshman class.
Yeah.
What are you looking forward to most about this next season?
Like you said, it's going to be a totally new team. We have 14 girls on the squad right now, so new leadership, and then obviously a large freshman class that's coming in. But I've kind of said this a couple times. I'm excited about the freshman class. They have a lot of personality, and they're really talented. So I think they'll come in, and you can't replace those seniors. You really can't. But hopefully they'll fill the shoes and fill their roles in unique ways.
Now, before I let you go, I gotta ask, when you were invited to join this program, to start it from scratch 5 years ago, did you ever think that y'all would be joining the Big East and be where you are today?
Gosh, you plan out your 5 years, and you certainly have goals, and we've been hard after pursuing those year after year. And so for the girls that have been invested in the program and the staff that has been invested in the program, we know the work that we've put in, and I think it's a credit to the whole group. And certainly we're just honored to see it grow as it has, but we know that our work is nowhere near finished, and so now it's just this next chapter beginning.
Well, looking forward to watching y'all next season.
Thanks so much.
Thanks.